All right, once again, please welcome the 2015 Shad Derby Queens candidates.
It is my pleasure to introduce the Queen's Committee, co-chairs Dina Stick-Schulte and Allison Jones, along with their amazing committee, Colleen Dowd, Michelle Capuano, and Allison Hoagland. We would also like to introduce and thank Kate Lang and Cindy Taplin for once again organizing this wonderful evening.
Before we begin our program, please join us in a moment of silence to honor those who have gone before us. Most recently, Walter Whelan, 1972 Shad Derby Festival Chair. These individuals were paramount to the success of Windsor's most beloved festival. We are honored to continue their legacy and remember all that they've done.
The Shad Derby is a unique and beloved festival in Windsor that is run by all volunteers through 15 civic and service organizations and supported by local businesses since 1955. And this is the 61st year of the fishing tournament and started it all. Organized by John Cardillo and the Windsor Rod and Gun Club, the first Shad Derby helped to raise awareness about the resources that would be lost if the Connecticut Farmington rivers remained polluted. By 1966, the fishing derby had grown in popularity, beginning in transition into the multi-week festival we know today. That year, the Windsor Chamber of Commerce, Windsor Rod and Gun Club worked together to promote the town's businesses and community assets. 1966 also saw the establishment of the Coronation Ball, Festival, and Parade on the town green. This year marks the 50th anniversary of both the festival and the Coronation Ball.
The annual Derby hat tradition began in 1972.
It's in the background.
Roger Olson passed an antique Derby hat from the previous year's Shad Derby chairman to the present year's, symbolically passing the responsibility for the care and coordination of the festival. Since then, a walking stick and tie have also been passed down year after year. The first hat was used until 2007, and the leather hat band along the inside of the crown contains the names of the chairpersons who wore it. For Windsor's 375th anniversary, the original Derby hat was donated to the Windsor Historical Society, and a new Derby hat, thank you Dr. Ganji, is now being used.
We're missing the derby hat and cane at the moment. It's here though, I promise. Is Christina Vita here? I hope she didn't hear that.
That's all right.
We are proud to be serving our second year as Shad Derby Festival chairs. At this time, we would like to recognize our past Derby chairs who are with us this evening. This evening we have Dina Stick-Schulte. She is a 3-time Shad Derby chair and has worked on the Queen's Committee prior to being a chair for almost 10 years and then has gone back to being the Derby chair, so we thank you. Kathy Kopaz, 3-time Shad Derby chair, also Queen's Committee chair for almost 10 years as well. Dr. Ganji, our illustrious photographer. Martha Collier, 3-time Shad Derby chair. Mike Rabbit, 8-time Shad Derby chair. With the ongoing rivalry with Mayor Trinks of 7-time Derby chair. Mr. Ernie Weisberg, my favorite person, has been involved for over 40 years with the festival and is sadly stepping down as the treasurer for the Shad Fest Bureau. I love you, Death.
We would also like to recognize Shad Derby committee chairs whose hard work and tremendous civic pride facilitate the organization of this festival. A long-standing tradition of the festival, pin and ribbons, was also established in 1972. Numbered medallions are given each year to past festival chairs, current festival event chairs, and board members of the Shad Fest Bureau. Pins are given to all volunteers associated with the Shad Derby Festival. We would like to recognize our event chairs here with us tonight. Please stand so we can give you a round of applause. If there are any of you here, seemingly.
There are event chairs.
Come on, stand up. The symbolic passing of the hat and cane.
Oh, thank you. We're switching back, okay.
The Shad Derby Festival is not possible without our sponsors. We'd first like to thank our platinum level sponsors. Thank you to Birch Meadow and Chris Riley for their in-kind donation of the facility and food tonight. We'd like to thank Carrie Ruiz and Carissa Fusco of Ashley's Jewelry and Distinctive Gifts for providing the judges' pins and the pewter bowls awarded to the Shad Derby Queen and her court. We'd also like to thank Sharon Seelig and Seelig Jewelers for providing the Queen's crown.
We would also like to thank Conica Minolta, especially Mitzi Sanzavero, for providing printing of all the posters, invitations, and festival and coronation ball programs. Also, please join me in a round of applause for the Queen's candidate sponsors, who I am sure must be proud of the young women up here this evening. A list of these sponsors will be in the festival program. Please try to patronize these businesses here in town. We would like to recognize the members of the Shad Fest Bureau, who are the governing body and stewards of the Windsor Shad Derby Festival. Organizations include, here we go, Windsor Junior Women's Club, Windsor JCs, Lions Club, Washington Lodge 70 Freemasons, Windsor Civitan, Exchange Club of Windsor, Windsor Women's Club, Kiwanis Club, Windsor Rod and Gun, Windsor Historical Society, Win TV, Town of Windsor Recreation Department, the Windsor Locks Rotary Club, Windsor Chamber of Commerce, and the Windsor Art Center. The list of the 2015 Shad Derby Festival events are on the website at windsorshaddderby.org. With our 20 events planned this year, ranging from fishing to arts to crafts, bowling, and wine tastings, a basketball tournament, and of course our coronation ball and parade, we look forward to seeing all of you at many of these events this year.
Tonight is the first of 3 judging events for the 2015 Shad Derby Queen's candidates. The Gala represents 15%, judges' interviews 60%, and finally the coronation ball represents 25% of our final score. Tonight, candidates will be adjudicated on their poise, appearance, and presentation of their introduction speech.
In celebration of the 50th anniversary of both the ball and the festival, a new award was named in honor of Mr. Vincent Scully, a past chair and longtime supporter of the festival. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce our 2015 judges, Lisa Plinus-Smith, Agata Switolska, and TJ Clinch, our auditor, Timothy Carmen, and our 2015 judges chair, Aurelie Ekman. Lisa Plinus-Smith grew up in South Windsor, Connecticut, where she now resides with her husband, Daryl, 3 stepchildren, 2 dogs, and 2 cats. She has always had a love for nature and the outdoors, which led her to the Environmental Science Bachelor's degree from Marist College in Poughkeepsie, New York. During that time, she participated in the Sea Semester program from Long Island University, living, taking classes, and working on a schooner in the Caribbean. Before settling back in Connecticut, she spent time working in London, England, and Boston, Massachusetts. Currently, Lisa is an architect manager at Cigna in Bloomfield, Connecticut, where she has grown her career in IT for the past 18 years. Some of Lisa's favorite pastimes include hiking, camping, practicing yoga, gardening, and canoeing with her family. Agata Switolska is a young professional living in West Hartford, Connecticut. In 2012, she graduated with an MBA from Bay Path College. She has been with Cigna for 7 years, holding various positions. Currently, she is managing a small team within pharmacy operations. Her expertise is problem solving and process improvement. Agata moved to the United States over 12 years ago from Poland and is fluent in both Polish and English. She is a runner, a skier, a swimmer, and a hiker. She loves to travel and has been to India, Spain, Italy, and Austria. Through her traveling experience, she has broadened her horizons as well as her cookbook recipe collection. On her bucket list are Australia, Africa, and Alaska. In the free time, she loves to garden, read, and bake. Our final judge, TJ Clinch, is the founder of Civic Mind, a community development design firm in Hartford. Civic Mind's work includes the creation of downtown yoga studios and the Hartford Hodgepodge Open Market. TJ was recently named in Connecticut Magazine's class of 2015 40 Under 40. The year's best and brightest among Generation Next. Originally from East Windsor, TJ served as a volunteer firefighter with the Warehouse Point Fire Department from 1998 to 2006 and worked as an EMT with the East Windsor Ambulance Association from 2000 to 2008. Timothy Carmen, our auditor. Timothy Carmen was born and raised in Windsor, Connecticut. He attended Loomis Chaffee in Windsor, graduating in the class of 1999. Tim went on to the University of Richmond in Richmond, Virginia, graduating with a BS in accounting and a BA in religion. Soon after college, he became a practicing CPA in the state of Connecticut. Currently, Tim is the Vice President of Risk Management at MassMutual Life Insurance Company in Springfield, Massachusetts. In 2004, Tim moved to South Windsor after marrying his wife, Kristen, whom he met in college. Tim and Kristen have 3 children, Drew 7, Emily 5, and Luke 2, who keep them extremely busy. This is Tim's 10th year as our auditor of the Shad Derby Queens contest. Orly Ekman, our judge's chair. Orly Ekman has lived in Windsor for 30 years. After moving from Long Island with her husband, she has a Bachelor of Science degree from Hofstra University and is currently working in the computer field. Orly has been married for the last 29 years to Eric. They have 2 children, Shelby and Brian. Orly has been volunteering since she moved to Windsor. She joined the Valley JCs in 1987, and this started her involvement with the Shad Derby. She was involved with the Shad Derby for several years before becoming involved with her children's school PTOs. Once her daughter graduated from high school, she found herself volunteering again with the Shad Derby committee. She has organized the Gala for several years and now has been organizing the Shad Derby judges in her free time. Orly loves to read, cross-country ski, snowshoe, hike, and relax and garden. At this time, we'd like to turn the program over to Michelle Capuano, Queens Committee. Thank you.
Good evening. At this time, we'll start introducing the candidates, and they will give a 1-minute introduction speech about themselves. Emily Kopaz, Miss Windsor JCs.
Good evening. Have you ever been driving in the pouring rain and see a soaking wet girl running on the side of the street? You probably think, wow, she's crazy. I would agree. But that girl is me. You can find me running in the rain, sleet, snow, and blistering winds. I enjoy going on 7-mile runs in 18 degrees. You can't always count on the weather, but you can count on me running in any weather. I wasn't always that crazy running girl. Softball was actually my preferred sport. It wasn't until my junior year I decided to take up cross country. I began the season with very low expectations. However, I exceeded these expectations from the start and ended the season third best on the team. I remember my coach telling me, the only mistake you made was not joining the team sooner, Em. All I could do was shrug my shoulders and smile. Since that cross-country season, I have quit softball, joined track, and have become hopelessly obsessed with running. I'm training harder than ever now so I can run my fastest time this track season. Until then, you can find me, that crazy girl, running on the streets. Thank you.
Tony Ambrosino, Miss Snellgroves.
Good evening. If you ask any of my friends, they'll tell you, I've always wanted to be a pharmacist. I believe that a pharmacist has a deep connection with their patients. I know this because of Jennifer and Bill. They were the pharmacists at Stop and Shop while my mom battled with breast cancer for over 14 years. In her final months, she went through a lot of medicines. Jennifer and Bill were able to help my family take care of my mom. They made a difference in how my mom fought cancer. Now, I want to make a difference with people who are going through what my family and I went through. I want to help patients be as prepared as possible for the diseases that they have and side effects that certain drugs may give them. I want to be able to answer all types of questions to help them avoid frustrating situations. But most of all, I want to be the one on the other side of the counter helping them. Because of my mom's courage and perseverance, I am determined to fulfill my dreams. It was always and always will be my mom who taught me how to face life's challenges with grace and determination. Thank you.
Raquel Sola, Miss Exchange Club of Windsor.
Ask anyone who knows me and you'll hear the same phrase. She's always got granola bars. Yes, it's true. I'm the secondary mom of nearly everyone I know. It may be for this reason that I've naturally fallen into a leadership role, becoming the captain of a national championship tier team, captain of Windsor High School's lacrosse and academic team, and being elected to the National Honor Society secretary position. It may also be for this reason that I've developed such a passion for caring for children. Through this passion, I've become a youth cheerleading coach, in addition to a People student ambassador and a school governance council elected position for student interest. This compassion for the care of others I mimicked from my amazing mother. From a young age, I always inspired to follow her footsteps into entering the medical field. Sadly, a few years ago, she was diagnosed with an incurable genetic disorder known as Ehlers-Danlos in cancer. Her sickness, along with my compassion for the care of others, has inspired me to attend Emory University as a biology major with a focus in genetic research. I'd like to thank my sponsor, the Windsor Exchange Club, in addition to my parents for helping make this night possible. Thank you and have an amazing night.
Megan Canoni, Miss Dr. Robert Ganji.
Good evening. Life to me is essentially made up of a series of moments that seek to define us. But these moments can only be revealed if we have the courage to pursue them. High school has presented me with the opportunities and experiences that have made me who I am today. I discovered what it truly means to have determination and perseverance through playing new sports like field hockey and tennis. I started these sports with little knowledge of the game and through time reached the varsity level. I also got the opportunity to learn a new language. Latin has become a great passion of mine, and it is now my favorite subject. I now have new interests and memories from high school as a result of finding the courage within me to pursue my passions. My next defining moment will be college. Although I do not know exactly what kind of profession I want to pursue, I would like to have a career that works with animals. Thank you to my sponsor, Dr. Ganji, for giving me this opportunity, and enjoy your evening.
Cortez, Miss Windsor Kiwanis Club.
Good evening, judges, sponsors, family, and community members, and thank you for this opportunity to introduce myself. I have been lucky to call Windsor my home for the past 14 years, and I am proud to be a product of the Windsor Public Schools. Being an active participant in the community is central to who I am. Some of my earliest memories are attending Kiwanis events with my grandfather, and it's these events that sparked my desire to give back to my community. So, no one was shocked when at the age of 12, I joined Builders Club. Nor were they surprised to find out I had taken on the role of Key Club president in my senior year. During my tenure as president, the Key Club has been a vital part of the activities that make Windsor, Windsor. Events such as Chili Fest, Northwest Park Country Fair, and Nightmare on Broad Street have given me the opportunity to hone my leadership skills. With this passion for helping others, I'm excited to embark on a new journey as I pursue a career in education and serve the global community. Thank you.
Amanda Santos, Miss Noon's Quality Plumbing and Heating LLC.
Good evening. Thank you all for coming, and a special thank you to the Shad Committee and my sponsor, Noon's Quality Plumbing and Heating LLC. I am the type of person that sees things through the lens of many different perspectives. As a member of the St. Gabriel's Youth Group, as well as a staff member at the Connecticut Science Center, science, as well as culture and religion, has affected who I am and who I wish to become. I wish to use my passion in all things ancient to pursue a career in anthropology and archaeology. In order to build a better future for our society, one must analyze and understand past cultures and their customs. Through my work participating in food drives, toy drives, and packing boxes for soldiers during the holidays, I am a firm believer that the world is what we make it. The people whom we help in our lives go on to help those in their own lives. It is an endless cycle, one that I am proud to be a part of. Thank you all for coming and enjoy your night.
Michelle Nguyen, Miss Jordan and Young Dental.
Good evening and happy Friday. You do not have to be smart, but by working diligently, you can achieve what you want. Hearing this common Vietnamese proverb growing up has motivated me to balance challenging classes along with extracurriculars and volleyball. This lesson has sculpted my mindset and has allowed me to thrive in a community that is full of opportunities for students who want to make a positive change. My identity revolves around being a Vietnamese American. Thanks to Windsor's diverse and tolerant environment, I was really able to flourish in this community despite my ethnic differences. While keeping cultural lessons in mind, I made sure to take advantage of opportunities here in Windsor, such as this pageant. Community service here in town has allowed me to discover my love for helping others and has encouraged me to go to college with dreams of becoming a pediatric nurse. I plan to return to Vietnam to give healthcare to children who cannot afford to do so. I would like to end by thanking everyone for being here tonight and especially thanking my sponsor, Jordan and Young Dental.
Lauren Canoni, Miss Valari's Martial Arts.
Good evening, everyone. My sponsor is Valari's Martial Arts Centers of Windsor. I've been a student at Valari's for the past 5 years now, and I'm very excited to tell you that I will be testing for my black belt this June. So watch out. Martial arts has been an important part of my life because it has allowed me to provide me with an avenue to integrate respect, self-control, and self-discipline. I feel very fortunate that, with the support of my family and my instructors, I've been able to explore these qualities at home, school, and in the community. I've used this knowledge in my many roles during my high school career, whether it's been my role as co-captain for girls varsity soccer or as president of PALS, a club that helps special needs children. This past summer, I participated in a mission trip with my church, First Church in Windsor, to help rebuild homes in New Jersey that were damaged by Superstorm Sandy. All of my experiences have led up to my decision to major in psychology when I go away to college. Thank you all, and thank you Valaris for sponsoring me. Michelle Boltman, Miss Windsor Lions Club.
Good evening. I am an honor student at Windsor High School and plan on becoming an ultrasound technician at the Springfield Technical Institute after I graduate. I have participated in 1 year of field hockey and 2 years of lacrosse, and I'm on my 3rd year as an office worker at Windsor High School. I volunteered at the Corner Play School reading for the children and doing crafts. I used to always help out at the former daycare provider's home, also reading and participating in crafts. I've helped the Lions Club with the popcorn machine at many local events, such as the Craft Fair, Shad Derby, and concert nights on the town green. This past fall, I was a cashier, ticket checker, and greeter, and a face painter at Brown's Harvest. I'm not a face painter, but was asked to step in for a family, and I made the best opportunity I can with that. I love being around the community and people. Thanks, and have a great night.
Peyton Hall Smith, Miss Dom's Eatery.
Thank you. First, I would like to thank everyone for attending this evening, as well as my sponsor, Jason and Dom's Eatery, for making it possible for me to be here. The high school experience for all of us girls has been full of life-changing moments and decisions. My decision was based on an experience I had volunteering at St. Francis Hospital. I befriended a woman who was diagnosed with schizophrenic disorder. She was placed in a general nursing unit where the correct care was not available to her. She confided in me, and that's what helped me realize how I wanted to spend my life. Mental illness is unfortunately a growing, unnerving epidemic, and that's why I plan to devote my life to helping those who aren't in control of their diagnosis. I believe anyone can heal and live a fulfilling life. My goal is making that possible for any patient I may meet throughout my future as a psychiatric nurse. I'm so excited to be a part of the running for the Shad Derby Queen and extremely proud to represent Windsor with such a strong, beautiful group of young, intelligent women. Thank you all. Have a good night.
Annalise Eleveld, Miss PC Development Group.
Good evening. I'd like to thank my sponsor, PC Development, the judges, and the organizers of this event for allowing me to be here this evening. I'm 17 years old and a senior at Windsor High School, where I'm involved in Student and Leadership Council, varsity cheerleading, the yearbook committee, and I am a member of the gospel choir. Since the early age of 4, I have enjoyed dance and theater, which has built my confidence for me to stand before you tonight. As a freshman, I joined First Team Paragon, the robotics team at my school. Each year, we build a robot to compete. I also work with elementary school students to get them interested in robotics and science at an earlier age. Joining Paragon has helped me make my career decision of becoming an engineer. I hope to intern at DECA this summer. I was brought up to believe we all should give back to the community, so I have volunteered with Alex's Lemonade Stand, the American Cancer Society, and the Masonic Lodge blood drives. I have also clocked over 110 hours with my robotics team alone, and that number is still climbing. It is an honor for me to be a part of this wonderful event, and I wish all of my fellow candidates the best of luck.
because I know it will definitely be a moment I cherish forever. Thank you.
Deirdre Vogt, Miss Menchie's Frozen Yogurt.
I am that girl that will spend hours drawing with the chalk on the driveway when the snow has melted and the first signs of spring has appeared. I am a sister that is there for the good times and the bad. I am a photographer that seeks to capture the joy of the moment or the despair of an abandoned place that was once full of life. I am a team member at Menchie's that wishes you a smiley day as you walk out the door with your delicious cup of frozen yogurt. I am the Sunday school aide that listens to an excited 4-year-old tell me his big secret, that he's a superhero Flash. I am a soccer player that plays defense position, even though I prefer to play offense. I am a friend who offers a shoulder to cry on when death becomes a reality and love is lost. I am a child that is becoming a woman and trying to find my path, and if I fall or fail, I know I will have the strength and support of my family and friends to get back up and try again. I am Deirdre.
I am thrilled to be one of the 2015 Shad Derby candidates. One of my favorite pastimes since a very young age has always been playing softball. I've spent the past 11 years on the field or in the cages nearly every day. I feel my time spent on and off the field have formed me into the person that I am today. My priorities have recently shifted in hopes of preparing for my future career in early childhood education. I still enjoy every minute I spend playing the sport I love. However, I know I need to focus on my future beyond high school. I have received an award for the Child Development course at Windsor High School and began working at the Treehouse after-school program at Oliver Ellsworth School in November. Having this job has shown me that this path is the best option for me to help make a difference in the lives of children in this community. I look forward to going and interacting with the students that I get to work with. My future plan is to attend Southern New Hampshire University in the fall of 2015 as an early childhood education major. Lastly, I wanted to say thank you to the Union Street Tavern for being my sponsor this year. I hope you all have a great evening, and thank you for your time.
Alexandra Connor, Miss Brown's Harvest.
Good evening. I'm extremely honored to be a part of the Shad Derby this year and proud to represent Brown's Harvest as a Shad Derby Queen candidate. My family has been a part of Windsor since the late 1600s as a prevalent tobacco farming family. I'm the 6th generation Brown family member to be working tobacco here in Windsor. Although the roots of my family will always reside here in Windsor, I do love to travel. When I was younger, I was fortunate enough to get the chance to go on excursions with my Nana and my cousin Drew. We traveled to Appledore Island off the coast of Maine, Mount Rushmore, and Colonial Williamsburg. Each trip taught me something new and created memories I will never forget. In 8th grade, I was fortunate enough to join a program with my middle school to travel abroad to Costa Rica to work with a school in the cloud forest. During those 2 weeks, I stayed in a home with a local family. This trip changed my life and is the reason for my passion of community service and travel. I plan on studying and traveling abroad in college and participating in more service trips. Thank you.
Erin Burke, Miss Ashley's Distinctive Jewelry and Gifts.
Good evening. Ever since I was young, I've attended Camp Calumet, a summer camp based in Freedom, New Hampshire. However, it took me until this past summer, when I spent 2 months as a summer camp counselor, to realize how much camp helped shape me into who I am today. It might sound cheesy, but during the summer of responsibility, sleep deprivation, and being best friends with awkward preteens,
I began to appreciate all that camp had taught me. It's hard to put exactly into words, but knowing it's okay to dance wherever and whenever, and learning to love that one darling camper who wakes you up from a much-needed nap, are just a few things that come to mind when reminiscing on the many lessons I've learned there. Calumet taught me to be an overall more compassionate, understanding, and selfless person. It helped me see that I put others' needs before mine without concern of how it benefits me. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world," and this is just my way of doing that. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Ashley's Distinctive Jewelry and Gifts, for giving me the opportunity to be here tonight. Thank
you. Eleanor Moore, Miss Hairdresser on Fire.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Throughout my high school career, I have tried to keep my life as interesting as possible. From photographing a 106-year-old woman to skateboarding with professionals, not a day has gone by that I don't love waking up. I mean, working 2 jobs over the summer wasn't the most fun, but it really helped me break out of my comfort zone. This past year, I was voted captain for the girls' swim team at school. With the help of my co-captain, we were all able to surpass our limits and set new goals for ourselves. Although I was injured during the season, the support of my team helped me push through it and even go to state finals and be awarded the Tomahawk Award. By taking part in several clubs at school, such as Action and Feminist Club, I've tried making Windsor High a friendlier place for everyone. I know my life will stay interesting as I attend Ohio University to major in photojournalism. After, I plan on working for a magazine that allows me to travel and capture people's lives and stories that would otherwise remain unheard. Thank you to the lovely people at Hairdresser on Fire, especially William, who promised to be my sponsor when I was about 8. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy your evening.
Thank you to all the candidates, and we call back Kristen Hoffman and Neil Shafta.
No, it's counting.
Just wanted to announce we have a really great working microphone for sale if anyone's interested. Almost perfect working condition. So once again, these speeches were phenomenal, very becoming of an anniversary as such. So congratulations, everyone. For the wonderful Now, the Shad Derby is our time-honored tradition. Though it's grown, we cannot forget the intention was to protect the dwindling shad population by drawing public attention to the polluted condition of the Connecticut River and its tributaries. This year marks the 61st anniversary for the Shad Derby, now known as the Shad Derby Masters Tournament. Windsor Civic Groups Working Together is the tagline for the Shad Derby Bureau. The backbone of this festival. It is our volunteers in the Windsor community who continue to keep the beliefs and customs of the Shad Derby alive and well. We would like to thank our esteemed president of the Bureau, John Jerry. His leadership and hard work have brought this festival to the next level.
You read it, I didn't, John. John Cardillo, who implemented and organized the first fishing derby in 1954, was later quoted in a 1991 Yankee Magazine article saying that it was his hope that the Shad Derby will become a tradition that is kept and not lost. It is an honor to be part of this wonderful festival. We thank you so much all for coming this evening. And remember, this is our town, our festival, and our tradition. Thank you and good evening.